years on the air on WROI is the first federal program. Hosts may have changed, but the program is still the same. Now continuing a long-standing tradition, streaming on the First Federal Facebook page and on WROI. It's time for the First Federal program.
And good morning. It is time for the First Federal program here on this Friday, June the 20th, as we welcome Todd to the program. Good morning.
Thank you, Randy. Good morning. Good morning, Randy. Good morning, Tanner. We welcome Brandon Overmyer today from the Fulton County Historical Power Show. Welcome, Brandon.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me on here, guys.
We'll be talking to you later in the show, but you're welcome to join in any of our fun talk today. Summer's here. Can you believe it?
It's crazy.
Summer.
You're going to feel like it, too.
Tonight at 10:42 is officially summer, but tomorrow, like, summer really starts.
Yeah,
It smacks us in the face.
Into next
heat.
week. Yeah.
Yeah. No easing into summer here. I mean, heat advisories out for this weekend already, I see, and just stay safe, stay hydrated, stay inside, watch the Pacers on Sunday night.
There you go.
Who would have believed that, you know?
They've been playing well. You kind of wonder after they lost game 4, but so dominating fashion last night. So
We'll talk more about that, but I was saying that Randy, before we started the show, I might be becoming a Pacers fan. Randy said, well, it's kind of late to get on the bandwagon.
you got till Sunday, I guess, to still jump on the train. But
Yeah, bandwagon. So summer officially starts tonight, 10:42. And we'll feel it the next few days. So welcome to summer. What's your favorite thing about summer, Randy?
air conditioning. As a kid, it was always great, but yeah, you know, where you get the 90-degree, 95-degree days, they can keep them.
I was thinking about this question, and I thought, I used to love summer. Pool, bike rides,
Right, exactly.
sandlot baseball. Now that I'm an adult, like, summer is just kind of another day, week, and month. Brandon, what do you like about summer?
I don't know, man. When summer comes, you know it's going to be busy. There's going to be a lot of outside activities. Going to be a lot of people doing cool events and a lot of stuff to do, you know. Not cooped up in the house anymore. There's always something going on.
Campfires, cookouts. There's always things to do around the house, around the farm, things like that too, right?
100%, yep.
Well, today's a special day in Plymouth for our Plymouth office. We have a Community Appreciation Day.
Awesome.
If you're in the area, please stop by, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We remodeled that about 5 years ago, and if you haven't been there yet, you still need to see it. It's a pretty neat place, and totally changed the look of that. And we walked through Winnemac last week. It's basically done, and Bremen will be done in a couple of weeks. So
Cool.
we've got 3 branches with kind of the same look and feel, and very nice looking. And thanks to our management and board of directors allowed us to do that to better serve our customers. So if you're in Plymouth today, we appreciate you. Stop by. Food truck. There's some giveaways there from 11 to 2 today.
Awesome.
So summer, amusement park. That's what a lot of people like about summer, going to amusement parks. That's a trivia question for today. Where was America's first roller coaster? Cleveland, Detroit, New York, or Seattle?
Mm.
You a roller coaster fan, Randy?
Nope. They look cool,
Yeah.
but no thank you.
Brandon, do you like roller coasters?
I don't mind a good roller coaster. I don't like the upside down part. But,
Yeah.
depends on how extreme we want to be here.
Yeah.
So.
You a roller coaster fan, Tanner?
I am not.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, I like the smooth ones, not the jerky ones, and the upside down.
Yeah.
I just can't do that.
Yeah.
The kids' roller coasters where they don't go upside down. Yeah,
exactly.
that was the ones.
It's terrible. Like we won't even go on a kid's roller coaster just because it's too fast and motion sickness. And
There you go.
so a lot of sports going on. It's really about the Pacers right now.
Yeah, it really is. It seems like the whole state has bought in the last month or so during this ride to the NBA Finals, and now they're through Game 6 last night, on to Game 7 Sunday, which will be at 8 o'clock on ABC. Goes back to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
But the Pacers took care of business last night. I was a little worried when it began. Oklahoma City came out to a 10-2 lead, and the Pacers couldn't hit the right side of the barn.
Yeah. 0-8 to the first
But they
shot.
settled in, and I mean, really, that second quarter, I don't think they could have played any better.
No.
They took the top off the game and didn't look back, and OKC pulled their guys early in the fourth, and
You know, and I think it worked well for Tyrese with having the injury.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, he looked fine,
sure.
but I think it was nice to have that extra little lead and
Yep.
give him that little rest in the second half. And
Yep.
So it's just because you don't know what
Oh,
Sunday's
calf
going to bring.
strain. Yeah.
Well, you don't know what Sunday's going to bring.
Yeah, that too.
He may need
Yeah.
to play more minutes than he has. So.
Yeah, I thought the Pacers' defense was excellent last night. Just forcing turnovers and getting points off those turnovers was huge. Of course, Oklahoma City, just like Game 4 at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, they couldn't hit anything from 3, which tells me they'll probably hit everything
Yeah,
Sunday at home.
Yeah.
But Pacers have a shot. That's all you could ask for. They have a shot.
The Thunder are favored by 8.5.
Yep.
That's a huge margin to me.
That's fine.
Yep, that's Pacers are used to it by
I
now.
was gonna say, I don't think they've been favored hardly at all.
That says almost no
playoffs,
respect for the Pacers.
Oh, they haven't got respect. They're not getting respect already. Talking about next year for contenders in the East, I just don't understand it.
The only one I've heard really give him a good plug is Stephen A.
Yeah.
Yesterday he was saying that.
Finally,
Yeah, finally.
Because he wasn't for a while.
It was in the pregame.
Yeah.
They were talking, and they said, and he even said, even if they don't win, this is a team that's not going away. They're
Yeah.
going to be,
they're set up for the
win
next
or
couple of
lose.
years.
They're going to,
Both these teams.
And so, yeah.
But the other game, the last game before that, he was like so down in the
Exactly.
Pacers.
Yeah,
No
he's-
chance they
I
can
think
win
yeah.
this game.
finally, I think he's slowly coming. We've always known Stephen.
Oh, he's
He's
yeah.
playing to the market.
Yeah.
He's still mad the Knicks are out. Let's
Yes,
be honest.
yes.
I mean,
But the Pacers are in. That's
but
what's
the Pacers
important.
are in, and
The only
Yeah.
right spot, only thing I heard those announcers from ABC last night say is the smartest thing they said that Gainbridge was going to host a watch party. You know, and
Right.
we're talking about the number of people there, and the one guy goes, "I'm going to guess the whole state of Indiana is going to be having
Yeah.
a watch party." So
yeah,
that's probably the smartest thing I've heard those announcers say the whole playoffs.
and it was loud. I mean, you knew it was going to be loud last night, but it was very
Mm-hmm.
loud. I don't know if I've ever heard it as loud as when Siakam, right before halftime, had that dunk.
Yeah.
Thought the roof was going to blow off the place. So.
So yes or no? Pacers win Sunday.
My gut tells me yes. Reality.
My heart says yes, my brain says no.
I don't know. Again, it's going to be, can they take the momentum from last night and throw that first punch?
Yeah, and then the longer they're in the game, the
Yeah.
tighter Oklahoma City and that arena is
I
going to
mean,
be.
they know they can win. They did
Yeah.
game 1. So, I mean,
and
it's
even
not.
game 5,
Was,
when they got within 2,
Right.
you could just feel it watching on
Right.
TV. And everybody's getting tight in that arena, but
They're
then
supposed
they
to
just
win.
open it up.
Yeah, it gets tougher.
Yeah,
So-
And they're down to 4 quarters after
Yeah.
82 games
yeah.
And it may,
16 playoff.
of course,
Yeah.
we haven't seen an overtime in the
No.
playoff yet for the Pacers part, anyways. But wouldn't surprise me
Yeah.
if Sunday may have one.
This will be the first Game 7 in the NBA Finals in almost a decade. You got to go back to 2016. History's on the Thunder's side, I think. There's only been 4 road teams to win
Yeah.
Game 7.
Well, they always say that
In
game
the finals,
4
but-
was pivotal, but
Yeah,
hey, Pacers have been riding that magic carpet,
Yep.
so
it'll be
Anything's
fun to watch.
possible.
It'll be fun to
I
watch.
did see something yesterday on X that when the Pacers have had success like in the ABA and other big games, they've won on the road.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep, they've won all their championships on the road, so
there's a chance.
hopefully that trend continues.
Tune in Sunday and find
Yep,
out.
8 o'clock on ABC. In the MLB, I mean, like we said, first day of summer, so also you think baseball?
Baseball.
You think summer. And the Cubs have the best record in the National League now. That's changed since last Friday.
Who would have thunk it?
They've unseated the Dodgers.
Kind of still wait and see.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
playing pretty good baseball right now, though.
If you're a true Cubs fan, you're just waiting to see when
Yeah,
it's
the
going to
shoe
break.
will fall. Yeah.
But the playoff picture's the same in the National League as it was last Friday. Same 6 teams, different order. Cubs, Dodgers, Mets, Phillies, Giants. Padres would be your 6 in the playoffs. The AL had switched since last Friday. Still the Tigers, the Yankees, and the Astros. But the wildcard teams would be the Rays, the Blue Jays, and the Red Sox. So 4 of the 5 teams from the AL East would be in the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah, the Orioles would be the one out.
That's
Well, the
crazy.
Yankees hang on.
Yeah.
They have a bad stretch
They,
last.
they have been playing some bad baseball the last few weeks. They're getting a few guys back, but this is about the time last year that it kind of went downhill for them during the regular season, and then they got hot in the playoffs, of course, made the World Series.
It'll be interesting.
Yep.
Like you said, still a lot of
A
baseball.
lot of moves to be made,
Yeah.
which the Red Sox made a big one,
Yeah.
getting rid of Rafael Devers for basically a bag of baseballs, pretty much. So, okay, I shouldn't say, a lot of prospects that I guess could end up being good. but
Right.
Yeah, so,
Boston's usually pretty good about that.
yeah, they are.
They're picking
Yeah.
up young prospects and turning them
Yeah,
to championship.
time will tell. So, got some tidbits here this morning. On this day in 1867, U.S. President Andrew Jackson announced the Alaska Purchase.
Interesting.
Yeah. On this day in 1975, the movie Jaws was released.
Oh, good old Jaws.
So yeah, there's been a lot of things
Stay
on
out of the
TV.
water.
50
It's been
years.
50 years, yeah.
That's quintessential summer movie.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't tried to remake it. I'm glad they haven't, but I'm
Right,
surprised
right,
now
right.
with all the
All
remakes and all these.
technology and stuff,
Yes.
Did you see Jaws 2?
I saw all 2, 3, and 4.
Like 2 and 3 were basically awful.
Yeah.
4 was even worse.
It turned into Sharknado.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, what are we doing now? I mean, but I guess they were printing money back then, so.
Oh, yes.
But it'll be, yeah. I'm glad they haven't re-released it, but I am surprised with all the.
Who knows? They still got time.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, today's National Vanilla Milkshake Day.
Ooh, it sounds
Yeah,
good.
that sounds pretty good.
Especially as it warms up.
Yeah.
Hot summer day while you're sitting inside, maybe not while you're sitting outside.
Yeah, you might know a little bit.
Yeah.
National Take Your Dog to Work Day.
Oh, missed that.
I didn't get that memo today. World Productivity Day. See, those two could kind of
Yeah.
counteract there a little bit.
It'd be very counteractive.
National Ice Cream Soda Day. I guess
Works
that
too.
goes right in hand with Vanilla Milkshake. American Eagle Day. International Tennis Day. National Take Back the Lunch Break Day.
Mm.
National Seashell Day. National West Virginia Day. And Summer Solstice.
Alright, here we go. All set for summer now.
Upcoming events, you want me to hit those?
Sure.
Civic Players of Logansport are presenting the Mel Brooks musical Young Frankenstein tonight, tomorrow on the 27th, and a matinee on the 28th at 3:30. Tickets are $15 and available at the door, or Civic Players of Logansport. I don't know.
.weebly.com.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All performances will be at the McHale Performing Arts Center, located inside Logansport High School. If you want to go, stop by the bank, ask Heather Cavens.
Yep.
She's always big in that, one of our employees.
She's got a role in the musical, so good luck to
Good
Heather.
luck to Heather.
All her fellow co-stars there.
This is appropriate. Summer's here, so guess what happens today?
Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I think
Oh,
this was my
yesterday?
typo. So
Okay.
yeah.
Pool opens.
Yes.
The pool did open
City
yesterday,
pool,
yes.
That's
They're
awesome.
having a ribbon cutting today.
Yep.
So daily cost is $5 a person. Pool passes are $50. Swimming lessons are $40 for children 4 and up, and begin today. We had Charlie Swink on a couple weeks
Mhm.
ago, and she's really involved with that. But with this hot weekend, what a better thing to do than go to the pool.
Yeah, perfect timing there.
Times Theater is hosting Legends of Las Vegas on Thursday the 26th. Jerry Armstrong's one-man show is to perform Sinatra, Dean Martin, Tom Jones, Neil Diamond, Elvis, and more. Doors open at 6 and showtime at 6:30. I'm a big fan of crooner music like that. Unfortunately, we're busy Thursday night. I might be going.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be well attended.
Yeah,
That'll be a
that'll be
fun
good.
one.
We have a milestone at the bank today. Christina Ocho celebrates 20 years. So we have a work anniversary at our Rochester branch this
Cool.
morning. I think there's something.
There's something, yeah.
There's something going on.
Yeah.
I mean, we usually let the staff pick like what kind of treat they want, and I don't recall what.
I don't know if you picked bagels and donuts or what, but something good. Something good. Yeah.
Money news: the Dow wasn't open yesterday because of Juneteenth Day, but it did close down on Wednesday, and the Federal Reserve decided not to lower rates, basically based on unknowns from the tariffs. But like, if you look at everything they said earlier in the year, they want inflation down to 2%. It's hovering right above 2%. Unemployment's at 4.2%, the lowest it's been in a long time. GDP growth is in the 3 to 4% range, which is more like in the last 7 or 8 years. So it seems like the economy, for those number lights is doing pretty good. Todd's opinion is they need to lower rates. And I don't know why they didn't, because all the other parts of the economy, they're expecting unknown things from these tariffs, but those haven't played out yet. So.
In one article I was reading, still expect 2 cuts from here through the end of the year. I was kind of like, okay, when's that going to happen? Because we're already midway through the year.
Yeah.
So.
We want lower rates to get more people in homes. We'll make the loans for you.
Yep.
Making the loans for you. That's what we do.
Mhm.
Basically, is we're open today from 8:30 to 5. Tomorrow 8:30 to noon. Speaking of loans, we've got Ben Dalton and Stacy Wilson and Ryan Austin and Winamac. They're very knowledgeable. If you're not quite sure what you need or what you want to do, just give them a call, come in and talk to them. They'll help you figure out what you need or how to meet your needs. So we've got a great lending team, got a great support team behind them, supporting the escrows and insurance and tax payments and collecting payments. So we've got a great mortgage team, best in the business, I think. And so if you're interested in any type of loan or have a question, give us a call. We also offer Simply Free checking accounts, Simply Free business checking accounts. When you open a new checking account, fitting to summer, we've got some great gifts for you now. First is a neck fan. Tanner's holding that up.
Ooh, you remember that. Good job, Tanner.
Randy may want that for personal use tomorrow, right?
I may need that Sunday on the golf course.
And we offer logo cooler bag also, which is very nice. That holds some cold soft drinks or something else, whatever you want.
Adult beverages, whichever you prefer.
And it's got a logo on it. It's a very nice bag. Probably holds at least a 6-pack. Is that right? Yeah.
Haven't tested it out, but yeah. Okay, so
So in addition to our mortgage lending, we're great at commercial lending too. Talk to Zach Reuter. You can give him a call at 223-1731. And our financial services, sometimes this is retirement season, especially for teachers. If you're looking at 401k and you're not sure what to do with it, thinking about rolling it over into something else, come talk to Mark Blubaugh or Brian Bell. Wendy Pfeiffer can help you get set up with that. For information about planning your retirement, 401k, IRAs, etc. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on X, Instagram, LinkedIn, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are FDIC insured and equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927.
There we go. That makes it legal. Ready to go for the fun part of the program.
Well, welcome again, Brandon Overmyer. We're happy you're here.
Hey, thanks for having us again this year.
You're representing the Fulton County Historical Power Show.
Correct, yep. We started this Fulton County Historical Power Show over 20 years ago now. We're trying to keep this thing going. We're trying to build off of what we started back then and keep all the old iron and everything out in the public's eye for everybody to enjoy. So
Before the show, we were talking about this, and this is kind of like, it's almost like classic cars. People like have their classic tractors that they like to, maybe they grew up with on the farm from their dad or grandfather, and they've restored a lot of those. In fact, you've done the same thing, right?
100%. Everybody's kind of got their color that they like and what they grew up around and what their preference is. And I still have my tractors that my grandparents bought brand new and restored, and I want my boys to have them and continue on with that legacy.
First of all, we need to break some news in case anybody hasn't heard yet. The event's been rescheduled, correct?
Yeah, we rescheduled it for September 4th through 6th. We're going to start at Thursday at noon. That allows people towards the end of the week to kind of start bringing some stuff in, and then Friday and Saturday are our big days. But we had some circumstances come up that we wanted to try for a fall show here for years. We talked about it, and this year it just made sense to try to reschedule and see if we can get a better crowd and maybe not have 105-degree weather in the fall.
So it seems like it was a great decision, actually.
Yeah, it's looking good right now for sure.
So we're talking to Brandon Overmyer from the Fulton County Historical Power Show. Brandon, you're on the board, right?
Yep, on the board of directors, have been for probably 10 years now, I would say.
Okay, thank you for what you do for that. So there'll be up to 700 pieces of equipment.
Yeah, I think we've had well over 700 pieces on the property in the past. We've had 200, 300, 400 tractors maybe certain years. And a lot of that depends on what features we're having that year, who we can draw in from around the state and around the U.S. We've had people from different countries at our show. We try to bring all walks of life to the Fulton County here.
Well, this is great. We're doing some early promotion for the September event.
Yep.
I'll have you back on when we close to that time, just to remind people of what's going on. But there's usually lots of things going on at this show, just not.
Yeah, you know, we try to have some demonstrations. I personally plant corn every year, and we bring it in there and we run it through a corn sheller. So that's your corn, and it turns into the finished product that you take to the elevator instead of it all happening out in the field like it does today. So that's one cool demonstration we have. We have a dyno. We have tractor pulls in the evenings. We actually have like a 50-50 pull during the day. We have a really cool pull that we were the first to bring around here. It's a tandem tractor pull, so you have two tractors that line up side by side, and you try to work together as a team. So it's not always being the strongest, it's you gotta have teamwork, you know. And,
You still gotta go on that straight line down the track.
You
right?
gotta pull straight, one tractor can't do all the work, you know, so that's always a really fun one to watch. And we have some kids games, and there's a silent auction. There's just all kinds of stuff for the family to come out and do. We have a barrel train where kids can ride on it, and we have a flea market as well.
So those dates again for September are?
September 4th through 6th, and like I say, it starts on a Thursday, ends a Saturday evening. That gives you Sunday to have with your family and go home. And we also have a toy tractor show I want to mention in the museum where you can come out and buy toy tractors, and it's all air conditioned. And
That's a big thing
everything,
too. People do a lot of collecting of just the toy tractors.
so. 100%. There's some big toy tractor collectors out there, and anybody can do it. You don't have to have a semi or trailer or anything to haul toys on generally.
Do you collect toy tractors?
I did. I've still got a lot of mine, and now I've got two boys, and they're getting into it a little bit. So we'll see where that goes.
So do you let them play with your toy tractors?
Some of them, you know, it's kind of crazy in the world today. The stuff that was really valuable back then, that there was only a certain amount of stuff made, is it's so mass produced today. Some of the stuff that I would have thought we would collect and save in the boxes forever, you can play with today and enjoy a lot more, I guess. So, yeah, but
Well, the Historical Power Show has always done great work. Brought lots of people regionally, nationally, and from the world, you said, even in too.
100%, yeah. It's brought a lot of people from all walks to the place, and we've never heard a bad thing about our facility or what we're trying to do with the show. We've got that historic round barn out there that is just always an awesome backdrop for pictures and just to be around. You can go up in the round barn. We actually have a buy-sell trading post there during our show. You get to go up in the round barn and see it, and that thing is a piece of history in itself. So.
Brandon, what's the oldest tractor you've seen that you can recall?
We've had some early 1900s tractors in. I'm going to say 1908 or something. I personally own a 1918, which is pretty old. And so, yeah, it's definitely, the steam engines that we've had in the past are very vintage too. I mean, steam power was a way of life back in the day. So.
And one of the objectives that we're trying to do is continue this legacy on, because a lot of farms and passing hands from families and generations, and as demographics are changing, you're trying to get more young people involved, and are there some certain things you're trying to do to have that happen?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's just the evolution of life. Whatever you grew up with is kind of what you want to see brought back to history, and as we've lost members over the years, the tractors from the 30s, 40s, and 50s have kind of fallen off along the wayside just because we lost the people that farmed with them when they were young. Now we're in that window where like tractors from 60s and 70s, the muscle tractor era are in. We're talking up to 200 horsepower kind of hot rod style tractors, you know, kind of like muscle cars, and that's the big thing today. And we're just going to try to keep pushing to see where it goes from here. I can't imagine a 600 horsepower tractor being restored in the future and coming to our show, but that's the way things are going, I guess.
So if somebody has a passion for this, how would they become involved?
Well, we're always looking for new members out at the Fulton County Historical Museum. We meet once a month, every first or second Thursday. You'd have to look at our Facebook page, but that would be a good start. Is come join one of our meetings and become a member. And even if you don't have the means to get a tractor, we have plenty of stuff to do where you can be active and whatever, and then you can work into it. So
That's probably a good way to get started. You can help somebody help restore a tractor.
Yeah,
get the
100%.
bug hopefully, right?
Yep, get your feet wet, see if you like it. If you don't, before you go buy all the equipment to haul your tractor and everything to the show, you know, and just come out and hang out and have a good time with the stuff. It's very enjoyable.
So we've been talking with Brandon Overmyer, a board member from the Fulton County Historical Powers Show, and rescheduled their event
Yep.
to September 4th through 6th. And
Correct.
anything you want to add as we kind of wrap up the show today?
You know, one of the reasons for us rescheduling was we have a lot of active members that are into tractor pulling, and it goes hand in hand. And the Bi-County Classics 41st annual Bi-County Classic Truck and Tractor Pull is at the fairgrounds tomorrow night, Saturday night, 7 p.m. And that thing has been around well over my whole life. And it's in memory of Dave Stengel, one of our tractor club members that we lost this summer. So if you were wanting something to do, and obviously you can't come to our show this year, go out and be invested in watching the Bi-County Classic and enjoy supporting those guys.
Well, thank you for bringing it up. I was out there last year. There was a pretty big crowd out there too, I remember.
Yeah, they're trying to keep that going. It's like everything. Like you say, demographics have changed and everything. Sometimes people are disconnected from tractor pulling. They don't go sit on a tractor. But they have diesel pickup trucks, and I believe they have a semi class this year, and they definitely have tractors, and it's a historic event, and they updated the facility out there. They got really good grandstands, so definitely be one to go see.
Well, thank you for mentioning that, Brandon. We were talking with Brandon Overmyer and the Fulton County Historical Power Show. Make sure I get that right, Randy. You want
Brandon, I just want to, for people who are out there going, you're talking about restoring tractors. What's a typical timeline to restore one? I mean, how long does it take? I mean, some people know, okay, you go buy the part. I don't think they understand totally what's entailed on that.
It really depends on how in depth you want to go. There's different. Some tractors are restored nicer than they ever were from the factory. So it's like, really, it's not restoring them. It's making them nicer than they ever were. And I mean, that's multiple year project if you get down to nuts and bolts.
Right.
But you could in the evenings in 6 months, you could work on a tractor and get it back to pretty much the way it was, depending on what you had to start with. So it really just depends on what you want to do with it. If you're going to just display it, or if you're going to actually take it out and use it. Sometimes it doesn't have to be, show car quality, but it looks good from a distance, and you can go and play and have fun. So
Cool, interesting.
yeah. So
And you've got like the 6 basic colors of paint, so like that's pretty easy to make it look like.
Speaking of that, it's kind of crazy. About every brand had different shades of paint, and that's a big thing today, is trying to figure out exactly what color to make it and make it time period correct.
So if it was the 1930s, it should be this shade. Yeah.
Yep, and it depends on how picky you want to get. But hey, you can paint them any color for us and come out and play with them and just keep the history alive.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for what you do and what you bring to the community. I know it brings a lot of people in the community, and we're looking forward to September and a great show.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on here in the time, and maybe we'll come back on in September and then talk about it again and get people fired up and see people out there.
We'll make it happen.
All right, thank you.
We play in the trivia, amusement parks, roller coasters. Where was America's first roller coaster? Cleveland, Detroit, New York, Seattle.
I'm going to say Cleveland.
Because of Cedar Point, right?
Right.
I was thinking the same thing.
But
That's not the answer.
when he leads with that, you know I'm in trouble.
And if you think about it, it makes sense if you know the answer. New York, because of
The World Fair.
Coney Island. Coney Island. First roller coaster opened at Coney Island in Brooklyn in 1884.
All right. I was on the right coast at least.
Yes. So, stay safe out there this weekend. Stay cool, stay hydrated. We'll close with words of wisdom from Lou Holtz, famous coach known in the area. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it.
Brandon, thank you very much. Todd, Tanner, we'll talk to you next Friday.
Thank you.
Thank you.